Okay. Whoa. What's up, Internet? This is the Movie Jerk. I'm your host, Steven Garikoff. Sorry, it sounds like somebody's knocking. With me, always, is Darth Tropicanus. This week we are reviewing the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I have trouble getting that out. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the double possessive, but I have to say it slowly. Now, I believe it is a sequel to a movie, The Hitman's Bodyguard. I never watched that movie, but I don't think it affects watching this movie at all. It points out in this movie that at some point Ryan Reynolds takes a bullet for Samuel L. Jackson. I can only assume that happens in the first movie, and that's probably about as much as I needed to know. As far as, it's an action comedy. How much information do you really need to know? Sorry, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's very distracting. It literally just started. So let's see. The first note, Antonio Banderas is in it. He's the bad guy, in case you didn't get that from the commercials. I didn't see that many of it, but I'm assuming it's pretty obvious, so not really a spoiler. I don't know, when I hear Antonio Banderas, I certainly don't think, oh, well, that's a Greek man. He's Greek in this, I believe. If not, he's just very pro-Greece. I guess to lay out the simplicity of the plot point, Europe is coming down on Greece, with sanctions or whatever, making it difficult for them, so riots are happening in the streets. Antonio Banderas' character doesn't like it, and he's basically about to take down all of Europe through an interconnected power grid thing. That's the main plot point. But yeah, I don't know, they say he's a Greek man. I just thought it was weird. It's Antonio Banderas. I don't think Greece. This might be a spoiler. We see Ryan Reynolds' father in it, and when they introduce him, this is why I'm saying it's a spoiler, they make it who is it, who is it? They show him in the shadows for a quick second, delaying it. And all I was personally thinking is, who is it? Who could be sexy and suave enough to play Ryan Reynolds' father? It's tough. It's tough. Ryan Reynolds is a very beautiful man. And who do they go with again? Spoiler alert. But, oh my god, I've literally... Now I'm blanking on his name mid-video. It's Morgan Freeman. Jesus Christ. Morgan Freeman is playing... obviously it's a stepfather, but his father nonetheless. When that happened, I started laughing. That is hysterical. It's almost as if they were just well, we can't find somebody beautiful enough to actually play his father who's white. Let's just make it a stepfather and make it Morgan Freeman, who does an amazing job. No discredit to him. It was just hilarious. Let's see. Other thing I wanted to point out, so in it, he's not a main enough character for us to have any real backstory on, but there's an American agent. The movie, from what I kind of said before, if you didn't get it, it's taking place over in Europe. There's an American agent working with people, and his big thing is, I just want to get back to Boston. Which, first of all, why Boston? Maybe that's the Yankee fan in me, where I'm just Boston? Does he really care that much to get back there? You're over in Europe. But that's where he wants to get home to. He wants to get home to Boston. And then they toss him some woman when he's they're going to send him to Italy. He needs a translator. I believe she said she was Irish, her name was Irish or whatever, and then he starts mocking her throughout the movie with different things. I'll say, at some point he calls her Sean Connery, which I guess then I was wait, did she say Scottish? You can come into the comments, attack me, tell me I'm being racist towards other white folk by not knowing the difference between Irish and Scottish and whatnot. But yeah, so in my brain, I thought she said Irish, and so I was he's attacking Irish people. When I think Boston, I think Irish. Maybe I'm wrong for that too, but I 100% think it. So I'm why is he attacking his own people with jokes? But either way, that was something I thought I'd point out to you folks. Again, so this is an action comedy. I'm saying again as if I said it. I think I said it. The action's there. No real memorable enough moments for me to be oh my god, the car chase scene's amazing. This is amazing, blah, blah. I don't know. There's action. It's not bad. Comedy's not bad. It made me laugh. I definitely thought with the cast you're handed. Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Selma Hayek and Antonio Banderas, I definitely thought I'd be like laughing. Like when I walked in, I saw the amount. I arrived a little late as far as previews go. I saw the amount of people in the theater, and I was like, oh, these folks are gonna get mad at me. I expected to be laughing out loud, holding my mouth shut. I wasn't really, which was a little disappointing. Now again, I mean, maybe it's because they're leaning more towards action, but from the commercials, I got action comedy. Really wasn't cracking me up that much. Last but not least, my last note, I know it's a lot less than usual. There is an Easter egg. You all know I love Easter eggs. I stay until the end of the credits. There was an Easter egg. There is like mid-credit scene, or you know, credits roll for like 15 seconds and then there's a scene. But then past that, there's a goof from the movie that's at the very end. I'm obviously not going to tell you what it is, but if you want to wait to the end of the credits, there is a little Easter egg. Anything? I don't know. I guess I was going to turn to you when I talked about being racist against other white folk, but I didn't. Cop-related stuff? I don't know. Thoughts Republicans likes to try and make an appearance, but sometimes we forget about them. Let's see. I went into it with high hopes. It wasn't there. It's not bad. I'm trying to get to the rating, which is what I'm going through right now. I think that people will enjoy it. I don't care if I never see it again. And for that, I feel it has to be above a 5. It's tough. I don't like to do halves. I'm not going to do some BS like 0.3 something. I'm trying to make solid numbers with my ratings. And so I'm going to give it a 6 jerks, 6 out of 10 jerks. Because I want you to know, you know, it's good enough to go see, but are you ever really going to like buy it on DVD and rewatch it? Maybe some people. I know I wouldn't. I don't care even if it was on Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I'm not going to care to repeat it. But it was entertaining. It's not like I'm going to go down to the cashier person and be like, give me my money back halfway through this movie. So yeah, 6 out of 10 jerks. Hitman's, Wife's, Bodyguard. Comment, like, dislike, subscribe to me, tell your friends about me. This is your review for the week. Thanks.